we got another young lad. Shout out to the young lads. Saying y'all sent this to me in an email, so of course I want to review and also give credit to the content creators. A young lad saying that he just quit his job at 25 years old and he's risking everything. His name is Chief Keese. Chief Keese. Keece. Chief Keese, okay? As of right now, of the recording of this video, he has 144 subscribers. I have not watched the video yet. I only watched maybe 30 seconds of it just to make sure that it was something that we could actually have a conversation about. And if you like his content and if you want to go over there and you want to subscribe and you want to comment, just let him know that Anton from AntonDaniels.com sent you. We are going to review this authentically. Again, says he's 25 years old and he's risking it all and he's quitting his job. Take a look, y'all.
At some point, you just got to take a risk. Literally today, I just quit my job. I was working there for about 13 months, so a little over a year. And for the past few weeks before, and I literally just quit today, mind you. Today was the day, literally just a few hours ago. But yeah, and I didn't quit the job with like, oh, I have another job in mind. I realized if I want to elevate in my life and get to that next level, I gotta take the risk, man. I'm ready to,
We got to get the full context before we judge. Let's learn as much as we can. Let's get the full context before we judge, all right, guys? I can kind of think of what I can see this is going, but let's get the context, y'all.
be my own boss, work for myself. And this is extremely risky because I'm 25 years old. I have a 2-year-old son who greatly depends on me and his mother. I live in a condo. Rent isn't extremely generous here. It does cost. There's a lot of bills that need to be paid. I have a dog. I have my lady. So it's not the most cheapest situation on the planet. So it is extremely risky. I'm risking everything.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start judging. Now that I got some more context. See, I thought it was just him by himself, to be honest with you, when I first started seeing this. I thought this was him by himself. I didn't know that he was supporting a woman. I did not know that he had a 2-year-old. I did not know that he was living in an expensive condo. I didn't know any of that. I thought that it was just him. He can go back home at 25, that he could put everything he is. Maybe he can get an investment from his parents or something like that. I didn't know that that's what, I didn't know that this, nah. This is different. This is different. I don't know if y'all know what it feels like to have a young child dependent on you. And I've been in situations personally, right? Where I'm going to come back to him. I've been in situations personally where I did not like corporate at the time when my daughter was very, very young. It was some bosses, some managers that I've had in my life. And I've had this conversation with you guys before. It was some managers that I've had in my life that I would go to work and it would be like war within myself because it was painful. It was very, very painful. And one time I had to sit down with my manager because every day when I would come home to my daughter, and my daughter was very, very young, I would come home to my daughter and I would just say to myself, ain't no way that your feet is ever going to hit the ground. I'm going to make sure that you're always taken care of. And when you're doing it as a man for something bigger than yourself, to make sure that your family is taken care of, to build a legacy because you have a vision for your life, you make sacrifices. And I've always been taught that the true measure of a man is doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. So I was a soldier. And I never looked at the job and said, is something wrong with them? Is something wrong with my manager? Having a child for me humbled me when it came to getting to the bag. So I never would blame the job. I would never blame the system. I would never say it was anybody else's fault. I would go in and I would say, you know what? What am I doing wrong? How can I have a difference, a different perception or a different look for me? Because I know I'm not going to get to the highest levels in this circumstance, having so much friction and going back and forth with your manager, even though I was making a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I was miserable knowing that I had to gird up every day and I didn't know what the next day was going to be like. And so I sat my manager down and I had a one-on-one with him. I asked him for a one-on-one. We sat down and that's when he gave me Henry Kissinger's Diplomacy. He told me to read it. I changed my mindset. I started staying later. I worked harder. I just threw myself into it. I developed friends. I started asking him, what is it that he needs from me in order for me to make him look good? And then in turn, he helped me get promoted. He helped me get a bag. We still friends to this day. And my whole life changed. But my point is that I had to change my mindset towards what success was supposed to look like for me and stop looking at it as far as me being the victim or everything that I did. Nobody was paying attention to it. Nobody giving me enough credit. I work. I get better numbers than everybody else. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I wasn't a cultural fit. I wasn't a nice person to work with. And I had to change my mentality, my personality. And then after that is when I started working on everything else. I always had other things going on outside of that, but I started dedicating myself even more after I got off of work towards my outside businesses, and I was going to do both. But no way in hell was you ever going to get me to quit my job. If it was worth it for me to do my businesses or content creation or whatever it was, then I was going to do it after work and I was going to get everything I could out of those positions and made sure that that benefit package, because let me tell you something. I needed that healthcare coverage for my daughter. I needed that life insurance. I needed every single thing. I needed that 401k because I was thinking about the future. And I needed the opportunity to be able to advance in that position. I needed the networking. I needed all of that. So I started looking inward and started looking outward. But when you have a child, you can't just do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's my personal opinion anyway. But let's continue. I want to continue with the story.
I was prepared for the pushback from friends and family, my significant other, anybody who had pushback, but she supports me, and I'm grateful and blessed for that. But I realized, especially as a black male, because I worked at an office job, I worked in a call center, and I busted my ass, man. Like, I did everything that my managers asked of me, and then some. I took on a leadership role there. I mean, I did everything. And one thing I realized is when you're in the industry, like working in an office or stuff like that, anything that's not a labor, break your back, Amazon delivery driver, something like that. I don't know. I just feel like management and people in higher positions always look at you with a yeah, but because the people in the higher positions, they're all, Caucasian. So
Yeah, he gonna have problems. He gonna have problems. Now it's, oh man, people in higher positions, they're all Caucasians. It's because I'm black. It's because they're white. That's the reason that they're excelling. We have to listen. The minute that you stop being a victim, the minute that you stop blaming everything on identity politics, it has nothing to do. Family, you only been there for a year. You've been there for a year. He said he's been there for a year. What did you expect? To be the vice president of the company within a year? You've been there for a year, bro.
I have nothing against, it is what it is, but, and I don't want to make this like this
Then
type
why
of
you
video,
mention
but
it?
I just realized, just as an African American male working in that space, there's no winning. There's not. There's always going to be a question mark no matter how good you do, no matter how much you outperform and put up the best stats and show up on time and do everything and lead and hold yourself accountable. Anything they ask, overtime, all that. It's always going to be yeah, but. And I just didn't like the direction my job was going. It was almost like they were just, the more I did, the more they expected. And it's just like, yeah, well, and then there's people, moving up faster than me. But I'm like, dude, I'm hustling. So, I've always been kind of a person who always wanted to work for myself. And I have a plan, I'm going to get into, running my own business. And Uploading on YouTube, of course. I'm always
Oh my god. All right. Let me go and see because I know he can't be monetized with 144 subscribers yet. So let me go into his stuff. I want to go to his channel. I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna go to his channel. Hmm. 5 views on a video. How to avoid the friend zone and start intimacy. Oh, Jesus. Lord have mercy.
What's up with y'all boys, man? I know y'all see the title, man. I got some a little different up the sleeve. Hold on, let me get my camera angles right. I need to get my angles a little right. All right, that's cool. So with y'all boys, man, I know y'all seen the title, and I just want to make this video. I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of dudes recently making, relationship-centered videos and getting female videos, getting women, all that type of stuff, man. And I just wanted to put my input on it, man, because I've always, enjoyed talking about this, speaking to the young bucks, enlightening the young folk, putting them on game per se, about some of the shit I learned. I've had experience in the past with, um, you know, a few different women. I've been out in the field, got a little bit battle tested. So I'm not here to talk about me too much per se. I just want to enlighten y'all, man. And if anybody got any questions, any objections, any concerns, go ahead and speak. Feel free to get at your boys. Say something in the comments. Let me know if you don't agree. That's fine. We don't gotta agree. We can agree, but we can just agree to disagree. And that's perfectly fine, man. I'm cool and content with that. I don't gotta argue with none of y'all, man. We already argue with these women enough. Well, we arguing amongst each other, man. We all brothers. You feel what I'm saying? But I just want to drop a quick video. I don't know, speaking some.
Is this a fresh and fit audition video? Is this a fresh and Is this a fresh and fit audition video? Jesus Christ. Let's see some. Listen, honest to God, I've never seen this video before. I want to get some of his advice because I'm trying to evaluate whether or not him being a content creator is going to work out.
Some knowledge, man. So what's one point of interest I want to talk about when it comes to getting women
Got the popcorn ceilings. I see you, big dog.
and stuff like that, because there's a lot of realms, a lot of layers to it. It's simple, it's difficult at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? It's simple, but there's a lot of steps and not a lot. It's complicated, man. But women is complicated. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just want to make something real quick. So, how about this, man? I'm gonna start with the basics, man. Is how to get a girl, you feel me, to let you dive in and super smash, you feel me, some.
Oh man, I wasn't expecting this level of comedy today. Not the super smashing. Okay, okay, all right. You feel me? You feel me? All right. Yo, we gonna get the super smashing on these chicks today. I think he deserved to be on the Q show. What do y'all think? Super smash. Okay.
Some chicarinos, you feel me? How can you get the the light, how
This is
can you
more
dive in that swimming
now. This is more entertaining than the video that he was quitting his job on.
pool and get the swimming? You feel me? What does it take? How do you make it happen? You
Okay.
feel me? So to my young boys, my homies, my brethren watching right now that might struggle on sealing a deal, or if you get, let's say, you get friends on a lot, right? Like say you females, you hang out with women, you hang out with females, they come to the crib, all that, but you can't seal the deal. You can't, hit that home run and, what I'm saying, get all the way back to home base. You feel me? It's a struggle. They be playing. I know how they get, man, because women, they come over, they be playing. They don't, what I'm saying? They have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? You got to play your cards right because you make them uncomfortable. They don't want to do nothing no more. They're like, oh, no, we're not doing that. You're like a friend. They try and friend zone you. You're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, trying,
Oh,
shrug you off
Jesus,
like,
Lord have
they ain't
mercy.
feeling that.
Oh
But
my
how can you
God.
overcome this? How can you overcome a woman looking at you in this friend light, or not wanting to, let you hit that home run and touch all four bases? How
Carter,
do
you
you
said he got to
overcome
get his
that?
job
How do
back.
you initiate that, the act of doing it, and and seal the deal? You feel me? Because getting a number, that's the easy part. Getting the female's number, IG, that's the easy part. Easy, especially the IG. They giving out the IG all day. They want followers. Females like clout. Getting the followers, just because you follow her and she might follow you back. I mean, that's cool. That's a point. If a female follow you back, that's solid. But you want to, seal the deal. You feel what I'm saying? You trying to bring that thing.
Jesus,
You
Lord.
feel me? You trying to, hey, yeah.
I
I'm
got to
saying,
take
I
my
feel
jacket
you on
off for
that,
this
bro.
one.
Who don't? That's the objective, right? It's one of the objectives. You want to seal the
Oh,
deal.
man.
You feel me? So step one. So I'm gonna skip the phone number part, all that, because that could be another video. That's a whole another thing and stuff. It's not too difficult though. All right. So say you got a little female coming over. You met off, the Tinder. I know y'all using the Hinge now. Whatever, right? I've had the experience. I've been there. I've seen it. I've done it. So you got a female coming over. You finna meet her for the first time, right? So you over here getting ready. You getting prepared. You hyping up. She send you that text. Drop Addy. What's the Addy? She finna pull up. You feel me? And there's also a reverse if you pull up on her. I can drop a video on that. But I'm gonna say if she pulls up on you, because females do like to do this too. So say she pull up on you, right? So you say, drop the Addy, I'm pulling up. Okay. Boom, you send her the Addy. Boom, she about to pull up, right? You ain't gotta pick her up, she finna slide, right? So you're like, okay. Whoo. You getting ready, you getting your little zone, right? All right, you feel me? You gotta make sure you looking good. You look in the mirror, make sure you straight, teeth looking fresh, mouth ain't stinking, breath ain't stinking. Got a little cool little fit on. You feel me? But you don't want to do too much. You want to look fly though, but don't be overdoing.
All right, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I'm done. All right, let's get back to his quit video. So now that we have a little bit of context of what his content is like on his channel, we gonna get back to the quitting video and we gonna see what he talking about on that one. All right.
To work for myself, and I have a plan. I'm gonna get into running my own business, and uploading on YouTube, of course. I've always been, off and on YouTube, especially on this channel, off and on for, several years. As you can probably look back, I've experimented with many forms of content. It's just been hard to keep up with, but, I will be uploading quite frequently on this channel, most likely a lot more. Just giving updates and giving my advice and my experiences and my perspective on things, and trying to pass the knowledge, as much knowledge as I have through my
No, we don't. No, we don't need no knowledge right now. But I want to know more about your journey, big dog.
experiences and through the things that I've went through to you guys. I've worked a lot of jobs, guys. I mean, you name it, I've done it. Delivery, warehouse, office, HR, call center, janitor, I mean, you name it, pawn shop. I mean, bro, you name it, Walmart. I worked at a freaking Japanese this store called Daiso, an Asian store that sold like, random, Hello Kitty and Sanrio and a whole bunch of other.
Big dog, you need a education. Honestly, you need to buckle down, get an education so that you can get a real job. All of these little fly by night jobs, and I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with working, but all of these little fly by night jobs, you need a real job that pays good benefits that could help you feed your family. You need to go and get a job, work while you're going to school. You can work on your businesses too, and you need to really, really hustle, bro. You need to hustle. I mean, you need to hustle for the next 5 to 10 years like your life depend on it. Every day you need to be working, going to school full time online, and possibly working a second job and working your businesses if that's what you want to work, if that's what you want to do. But all of these janitor, Walmart, Japanese store, call center, all of this nonsense that you got going on, bro. Honestly, you approaching that age, honestly, because most guys by the time that they hit about 27, 28, 29 years old, that's D-Day. That's D-Day, honestly. 27, 28, 29 years old, that is D-Day, bro. That's D-Day. That's the time that you're going to have to make a decision. You don't have no more time left. Women are going to start getting antsy like, shoot, I've been holding this dude down for a long time. We got a 7, 8 year old kid, and the kid is starting to know what's going on. They know that they dusty. They getting teased in school. You know what I'm saying? Your girl gonna start getting antsy. She gonna start trying to figure out what her life gonna look like. She gonna start questioning your leadership. You gonna start having to figure out what you want to do. You got a lot of debt. You just been spinning your wheels. You in the same spot that you was when you was 25 years old, except for you older now. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start getting some love handles if you're not real diligent and careful, and it's gonna start getting dusty. It's gonna start getting dusty. By the time you almost hit 30, that is when you're gonna have to make some hard decisions on going in this direction, tunnel vision, no way out. We can't take no more chances. Right now, you're 25, but you got a kid. So now you can't, no more time, bro. No more time. I'm being honest to God. I'm being honest as hell with you. No more time. You gotta get on it, bro. That video that you did, that wasn't it, big dog.
The cool stuff there. I mean, you name it, bro. I worked at quite a few jobs. So this is being my own boss has always been something I've been interested in. Just because just you get tired of just being devalued and disrespected, and at some point you got to recognize your value and recognize your worth and recognize your potential. But potential is one thing, but you actually have to act on it. You can't just be scared forever. I'm 25, but when you have a kid, it changes your mindset a bit. I'm 25, but I'm living like I'm 35. I feel like I'm a bit older than, my mindset feels a bit older right now than maybe compared to some other 25-year-olds that don't have kids, because having a kid does change your mindset. But this is what I'm gonna do. This is an extreme risk, but I'm going all in, 100%. You gotta take risks in life. Like my guy on TV, FS1, Colin Coward. You gotta take big swings, man, if you want to elevate. And I want to elevate. Just being stagnant, being at the bottom, fighting against all the the stuff, working for a company just to barely get anywhere. I could work for a company for 5, 10, 15 years just to make a couple bucks more. It's a couple bucks more. It's not. What am I doing here? I'm grinding my ass for.
Ken J, you said you don't think he quit. You think he got fired? That may be a possibility too. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Ken J. Nobody just quits their job without not a backup plan. If you got a kid and a girl and bills and a condo that you got to pay for, and you quit, you just going to quit? Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that anybody just quits their job with a 2-year-old and a girl that they got to take care of and a condo that they got to pay for that they live in because the rent is high nowadays. I don't believe it either. I 100% agree with you, Ken J. I 100% agree with you. I don't believe that anybody just quit their job without no backup plan. So you quit your job with no income, no job, no nothing. I agree with you, Ken J. I agree with you 100%. We got to start reading between the lines. I believe that he got fired. I'd love to have a conversation with him and see what he got to say, but I'm gonna drop a link if I clip this up, and then I'll see if you want to have a conversation, because a lot of people get offended by this when you start to bring him back to the reality. But I don't believe that he quit his job either, not even a little bit.
Hours a week at a job. I could use those 40 hours and put into my business what I want to do, my businesses, into my company, into what I want to grow, instead of benefiting someone else. And this is stuff we've all heard before, but The time is now, and I recommend to you if you've been feeling like, 2025, this is my year. I'm gonna take over. I'm going all in. Do it.
And he said he
What are
had
you
a
waiting
dog. You're right. He said he had a dog.
for, bro? This isn't some success video. This is just me, just kind of documenting the journey, and you know, uh, and it is scary. It's very scary, but sometimes you just gotta do what you got. Especially as a man, you gotta follow your gut and do what you think is gonna be best in the long run for yourself, for your family, and just in general. And you want to do what makes you happy. That's what it's all about. Because if you're not happy, then what are you really doing? You know, you work at some job, but if you're miserable, that bleeds into your regular life. You're miserable, chances are the people around you are probably gonna be miserable too. So, working on what you like on the side. An hour or two a day on your side project, your side business, whether it's, Amazon FBA, FBM, which I'm gonna be getting into, music or, art, whatever it is. Spend an hour or two a day when you come home from work, whatever, put the kids to bed, and just put an hour or two a day into it. Open up your computer, open up your laptop, and just do your research and just put yourself in.
What I've learned in life is that nobody wants to hear from a person that's in the process. The process is for you to be able to come back to and say, this is where I came from. Y'all can go and check my stats, go back and check my history, go and see what I did, go and see where I came from. I've always been this way. I haven't changed. The journey has brought me here. This is how I can motivate you, and you can do it too. That's what the process is for. It's for everybody else. Nobody wants to hear advice from a person that's not successful yet. Just God's honest truth. Nobody cares until you can show a receipt, until you can show a card, until you can show your bank account, until you can show them the success. Then they want to have a conversation with you. Nobody can take advice from anybody that's not already there. If you just suffering, you just coping. That's really what it is. And I don't believe that he just quit his job. I do believe that he probably got fired, but that's just my opinion.